Are we live?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. Yes, y'all. Once again, this is SP Hustle Hard. And this is my friend here, Lucky, VL tapped in. We back in the building. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with us. It's a blessing, and we highly appreciate it. And you know what I say, a day above ground is a good day. We're going to get right into it because it's crazy out there. It's really getting crazy out there. So we're going to jump right into it. The Diddy Trial has begun.
Started last week.
Yeah.
Woo. God, juicy. Pause.
Listen.
Not even no pause with that.
Yeah, real. Ain't no pause. Yo, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Look,
was it like day 3, day 4?
It's been crazy. It seems like, and the part that I'm not understanding is like, I haven't heard him prove the sex trafficking part yet.
It's not. I don't even think it's really about that.
I haven't seen him prove, like, yo, real talk. It's more so just them talking about his freaky shit.
Yeah.
The freaky stuff he into.
Yeah.
It's not like they really saying like, unless we didn't get that. It's still time, but so far, let me say it like that. So far,
I think they're trying to build a narrative, and then they're going like, and this is why we brought the charges, because he acts like this to make sense, to make him look like this, and this is why. But makes it's sense. Still it's beatable. Well, he's just super freaky dude.
Yeah, yo, that's crazy. And then the part that's tripped, like now people saying they praising her husband for standing.
Nah, he walked out a couple times. He was like, okay, this is too much.
Hey, I'm like, yo, damn, I didn't know you was coming with all this. Like, man, you told
me. You warned me, but I didn't know it was this bad.
I didn't know it was this serious.
Even his daughters walked out a couple times. Like,
son, I would have walked out too. Like, yo. Once they would have said the peeing part, and then what was crazy, she was saying that, well, what was said is that while he was FaceTiming her, she was fucking him.
FaceTiming who?
FaceTiming her husband, FaceTime, or he called and they was FaceTime talking. And she
was they together?
No, yeah, they was married.
No.
Yeah, look at it. Google it up.
I think that was when she was messing.
That's what came out in the trial. Google it.
We can't take no shots.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
I'll drink this. Google it, real talk.
But that would be crazy.
And she was married at the time.
Because it's their third kid.
Yeah.
She's pregnant. She's 8.5, 9 months pregnant with their third kid on this trial.
This happened like 2, 3, we're going to say 2-3 years ago. But they was married when she did what she did. But that's not that shit.
She probably came out and told him like this.
No, I don't think she told him that one. I don't think she told him. I don't got her telling him that one. I don't got her telling him that.
She had to, like, because all this stuff is being put all on Front Street. Like, so her freakiest stuff is being put on Front Street.
If she told him, he wouldn't have walked out that court. He wouldn't have walked out.
He walked out of court because she was basically like, her dirty laundry was already all on Front Street.
But he helped open this Pandora box anyway. So, he got to go through what he's going through. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is, yeah, it happened. Yeah, real talk.
It's a lot going on with that.
Yeah.
They was talking about freak offs, and that was a big pun. Like, everybody's making fun of the freak offs, but once the trial started, everybody was like, "Damn, you getting down like that?" Like,
drinking piss.
No, he said. No, he said she was drinking, and they had a certain brothel they would order their male escorts from.
Right.
And the male escorts would do their thing with Cassie, and he'd be like, "Nah, save that for me," and then rub it on me afterwards.
Well, telling Cassie that.
Yeah.
But so the piss was for her, and the other stuff that was coming out of the other stuff was for him. That's what you telling me?
Yo.
That's what you telling me? Oh,
that's uncomfortable. God. It's uncomfortable for me to say this. Wow. It's all types of pauses in this.
Yo. But okay. It's funny and all that, but
where's the trafficking at?
That's what I want to see.
Where's the legal?
That's what I want to see. Reason why they felt that he didn't deserve a bail when you got man.
How did he
got
deserve
the worst
a bail?
of the worst? You know what I mean?
How you a RICO and you by yourself?
Right.
Like Dave Chappelle was like, how you a RICO get charged of RICO and it's just you? RICO is usually like multiple people. It's like, and it's just him. It's like they out to get him.
It could be that too.
I wonder what's coming
my
next.
My thing is this. So far early in the trial of things, you know, we really didn't see what we see, but it's still early.
Yeah, they said that somebody else from that was signed to him, Dawn from Dirty Money, is about to testify. I guess like how she was getting treated.
Damn, I gotta hit you. What? Yo, Dawn is the one from
Dirty Money.
Dirty Money, the group
that she witnessed. Cassie got beat up and she was getting treated all types of ways.
About the one that's suing them, the slim one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, the crazy part with this whole job is like you remember, like you would hear stories like that Diddy was treating his artists like shit,
and that's why all that's coming back to bite him in his ass.
That's what happens.
All that from when he
whatever's going to dark, come to light.
Right, from what he did to the locks and all. Huh?
What about what that K did?
I don't know.
Big back, Black Raw.
Yeah, I feel you.
They watching. They energy probably like I told you. But Mace been talking to about Diddy this whole time.
He's going to do that. You know, that's his thing. I mean, but with that being said, does that make it like right and even?
No,
or because
as far as the charges against him, I think he's gonna beat it. I don't think it's enough to give him a RICO sex trafficking charge behind this. Well, the only thing close you can do with that is y'all ordered male escorts from another state and brought them across the state.
So you know what they call that? What they call that piss now? Craigslist piss.
Oh my
Craigslist
God.
Piss.
Craigslist don't even really exist no more either.
No, yeah. So when she was drinking was vintage.
What?
Yeah.
Vintage?
Yeah, vintage.
Yo.
Yeah.
The crazy part, dude was on stage. He looked like a soccer dad now.
Yeah, yo. He was like, yo.
I had fun.
I had fun.
I didn't think she looked so good.
He was like, yo, I'm going to slay this. He looked at Diddy, when we doing this again?
Diddy was like, go ahead, I'm going to watch, daddy. Like, it went crazy. Like, it couldn't be me. They was on some type of crazy drugs doing all that, you know. They said she was with it. She was like, I was down with the RICO.
So what is Dawn coming and say, oh, he used to beat his ass? They seen that.
They're trying to create a narrative about how the person he was.
Of course, they're going to create that narrative. But I think that they done saw the worst when they seen him beating them. Literally seeing that. That's
but he's not on trial for that.
I know. But that plays on a lot of, you know, that play, like seeing that, a lot of people was like.
But he didn't keep her. I don't think they proved the fact that he kept her past her will. Like
no, she was there for the fame. She was there for the fame.
She said she was there that she loved him and all that. She didn't want to like.
You know what? And this is what I forgot. You know who she used to mess with? Before that.
No. It wasn't before Diddy.
No, the dude that
Diddy introduced Kid Cudi to her in the studio.
No, listen, it was Ryan Arliss, the one that made You My Dime. Yeah, he the one that was his. That was his. He took her. No, he took Cassie from Ryan. That was like his. She was under him, but
she was 19.
Let me Google it then. Look that up.
I'm not saying you wrong.
So let me finish. They used to go together. That was his artist under him. Right?
And Diddy took her.
No, he took her to Diddy. Like after that, he was, you know what I mean, put her. So, but at that time, he was messing with her. Ryan they was dating, but Diddy was like swooped in like a vulture and an eagle and
promised her the world. He said he signed her to a 20-album deal.
She got one that was good.
He knew he wasn't gonna have her do that.
Yeah,
that was his personal journal. Like, That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's why she came back for that 20.
And did he introduce her to her husband? That he was like, that was a personal
and
trainer.
That was crazy. How the hell you want, man? You think I'm gonna get a male trainer? Come on, I'm gonna get a female trainer. I would rather, yo.
That's how I usually go down, bro. With these rich ones. He probably felt some type of way, like, nah, I owe you.
Nah, yeah, he got in his bag.
Yo, this rich people and stuff is crazy,
but the
man.
crazy part is, it's not like he couldn't get him. Man, he had
It's all about the power. It's like, man, when you get to that level, you just want to be able to control. It's like you get off from controlling people and how they move, and whenever you can have what you want to have when you want to have it, because money runs everything.
Right. That was crazy right there. Like, yo, real talk.
But he gonna get off on that, John. But the whole point is his career is done. Ain't nobody playing none of his music no more.
No, they gonna
play he down there with art. No, they're not playing Bad Boys for Life. Benjamin, and that's the messed up part, man. Benjamin's was my shit. You can't hear that no more in the club. No, you can't hear. When the last time you heard Benjamin's playing in the club, bro?
I heard that. I be hearing Biggie shit,
That's Biggie's one thing. I'm talking about Puffy. Now, what you want to do? Want to be bald?
You may not hear nothing. Let me say this. You may not hear nothing strictly Puffy, but just Puffy joint. But you will hear some shit that he either had a hand in or
but you're not gonna ever hear him straight come out the speaker of him rapping. Everybody was like, yo, cut that. He's almost R. Kelly level.
Yeah.
He already lost millions, I think, behind that.
Yeah.
With his money and all that.
Definitely.
They just ruined his reputation pretty much. And that's what's gonna come out of this. He gonna beat this Jerome, but the reputation is his reputation is beat.
His head.
It's super hit.
Yeah, it's like listen, man, like listen. However it turns out, hey, wish him well, wish the family well, wish both sides well, however that goes. But we gonna get right into it. And we're gonna stay on the hip hop vibe of things, real talk. Yo, big shout out to Tory Lanez and his family, stabbed 14 times. Damn, he survived though.
They said it was a race thing. What happened?
I thought it was the dude that stabbed Tory. He was rebuked. He killed his 13-year-old girlfriend. He was one of them. And he won't a part of nothing.
So how he
just did it because he won't right.
Nah. I think conspiracy alert.
Yeah,
they had some evidence. They had some. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm about to say. They had some evidence with the bodyguard that came out.
Please don't talk.
Nah. He came out. The dude was the dude that was in the car. The bodyguard was like he overheard the Megan Thee Stallion girl saying she shot, and then he smacked the gun, and the gun went off twice after that.
Tory did like that. He did like that.
They don't even have his evidence on the gun, bro. And they just because of his eyewitness in the street that said they came from the same side. They try to say Rock Nation. Somebody had to take the fall for that.
That's all I'm saying.
It was like at the end of the day, it was either it was Megan Word.
It's a deeper conspiracy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But they came out and said they were about to come out with the evidence. So once he got stabbed up, they were like, okay, we already put forth the evidence what the bodyguard dude said, but we wasn't gonna bring it out in the public until we just found out he got stabbed 14 times. We want him to recover at home now and want them to release him straight off this evidence because like he's not safe in jail. He didn't need to be stabbed in the first time. He got stabbed mad times at the back of his head. Got both punctured lungs, all that.
Some trying to lift him. Oh damn! He was he airlifted? Oh, he lifted.
Yeah,
he got airlifted.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy? You know what's even crazy? He already doing life. So
he's doing 10 years.
No, the nigga that stabbed was doing life.
Yeah. He don't
care. That dude like, man, I ain't gonna.
I think they paid him to do that because he knew he was trying to get out. Something happened with that.
So what?
I could be wrong, but because they found out the evidence,
they
try to just get rid of him and keep the Megan Thee Stallion narrative.
Anyway, big shout outs to Tory Lanez. Listen.
Yeah, his album was fire the last year.
Yo, real talk. You know, since you was in there, you still was dropping some fire.
Through jail.
Through jail. And you know, hurry up, recover, and I hope they let you go home and, you know what I mean, rest up, heal up, build up, and get right back to what you do best. Like make.
So what you think? He innocent?
I wasn't there. That's why.
Is he innocent or not? He got charged, and they said
I'm gonna tell you like this.
He got charged and he got sent to jail because they said he shot her in the foot.
Well,
do you believe it or not?
I don't believe. I wouldn't have. If I was sitting on the jury, I wouldn't have believed it. If your hands wasn't on the
your evidence
wasn't on, and who else was it? Just his evidence or
no? His evidence wasn't on.
All right, so was it somebody else's evidence on somebody else? So
was it the girl?
We gotta Google that.
But they got the phone call with him saying, "I'm sorry, I did this to you," and this, that, and the third.
But he could have been like, "I'm sorry that
a jail call saying telling that the."
But maybe he addressed it on something like not how they thinking that he meant it.
But that's what stuck him. That's what got him. He was talking too much.
Yeah, how you know? Yeah.
He talk too much to get themselves in trouble.
Yeah, on them jail phones. Yeah. What?
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, so yeah, big shout outs, to Tory Lanez and his, folks, hopefully you get out and, you get to chill with your family.
That's the best part is.
But go ahead.
I used to listen to a lot of Tory.
Yeah.
Do you still listen to a lot of Tory?
Yeah, I was listening to
you be riding and rocking out of the show?
Yeah. Yo, he got some nice joints.
It's kind of weird trying to listen to his shit. It's not weird to you listening to his shit with all this going on. He locked up for behind the hole.
Why? No, hell no.
You still listen to R. Kelly?
Oh shit. Dad.
Can you separate the artist from the crowd?
Yeah.
Separate the music from the crowd.
Tory Lanez, I'm listening to it because I don't think
you pulled up knocking in Tory Lanez.
Yeah, I would.
You still knocking in Tory Lanez?
Tory Lanez. Yo, some people still play some of his shit in the club.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, that one. What's that? That one with the other guy? It was him. Everyone falls. The remix.
Oh yeah. That was a club.
And that was a club joint.
Yeah, the Wayne Wonder remix. That was a club joint.
That was a nice joint. So
they still playing it.
You don't hear that.
That's what I'm saying.
But you hear it though.
Once these disgraced artists, they stuff is not getting played no more.
No, I think
these radio stations not playing. They're not playing Tory no more. They're not playing R. Kelly no more. They're not playing Puffy no more. That is a super hit to their
I agree.
Reputation and money.
But I think out of
the radio.
That's true. That's true.
Right.
Well, you still get a check off the radio, though.
The only time they do is when they hear some like the Breakfast Club. We.
That's not even radio no more.
No, it's talk radio.
No,
it's basically podcasts.
Okay.
People don't even listen to radio.
Yeah, that is true. So
really, that's true though.
That is true. Only time you really listen, and you don't even listen to the. Yeah.
You have your own playlist.
Yeah.
You have your own playlist now. Right. It's different now.
Huh? We don't even listen. I've just noticed that too. I just realized that. I should say that. Yeah, him with Rez bringing that to my attention that we don't even watch. I mean, listen to them.
No. Because everything is streamed now.
Yeah.
That's what
everybody's doing.
But nobody's streaming.
I got my own playlist. Yeah.
I got my own too.
Yeah, I forgot.
R. Kelly, Tory Lanez, your playlist?
I got Tory in my I do. Only certain songs I like to do.
Was a nasty man.
R. Kelly, yeah, he right about that. Yeah, R. Kelly, yeah. R. Kelly did make you good. The way he put it, yeah, I'm gonna ride with that.
R. Kelly
is a genius.
You can't, if you take, exactly. If you separate the music from the actual person, if you put I Wish and I Believe I Can Fly, and you separate I Believe I Can Fly, bro, that's top tier music.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that came from a guy that was waiting out front of McDonald's for kids to come outside and all this, and outside of high schools and all that.
Yeah, you gotta separate. You gotta separate those two. You gotta. You got to separate the two of them.
Yo, that's crazy though.
Yeah, real tough.
It's tough though because that was like a thing in the 90s. Like that was like normal. I know you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
When you were like, yo, he messing with a young. I'm like, that's crazy. It wouldn't be me, but that's crazy.
Yeah.
But that was like normal for the older dudes that had bread. They was messing with. They was basically grooming them. Drug dealers was doing that. You got record execs was doing that.
Yeah.
Like starting them young. They was like really grooming them. And now it's flip flop to where now they like you can't do that no more. You can't do that. And I'm bringing that shit back up from back then.
Yeah.
They had charges against Russell Simmons. He straight
Yo,
went to another country.
That nigga, but you know what? He came to the family though. And he had to. He
came to the family.
Yeah.
How old was she though?
16. I mean, yeah, I understand.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but the family allowed that. How did family allow that?
Because he was like, listen, here go this check. I need your daughter. Give it to us. Come on. You can go.
He'll make another you.
They make another one. They got two more in the back. You want them two?
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
And Kamora got older, got wiser. Like, that was fucked up.
I daughter doing the same thing.
But he put it.
No way.
Yeah, real talk. The one that's a model. He got another
his daughter?
Yeah. Go with an older dude. He's I think he's like a billion.
But she's of age though, right?
She like 18.
Yeah, because it's not, you can't do that nowadays.
Yeah. Nah, that's that Shannon shit. That's Shannon all over again.
But Shannon, who's Shannon?
Shannon Sharp.
But,
No, she's 19.
yeah, and she but she
That's a big gap.
No, that's when they first met. I'm not talking about, but he probably was on that way before that.
Yeah, and came out public after that.
Yeah.
It's up until like the last 10 years, it's been like a swept under the rug thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you got enough money, and everybody be like, even though it was wrong, like,
Right.
because like, what, Elvis, was like
13.
And everybody, he still was the king. They still say he the king of fucking rock. Nobody say nothing about it.
King of rock, but yeah.
He's still a king. You go to Memphis, you got to see Elvis' house.
James Brown, man.
Yeah.
He stole his style from James Brown, man.
Crazy. It's crazy. It's like it's pick and choose with it.
Real talk. I agree with that. So you listen. We're gonna get right into it. The big homie Trump.
The big homie. See big homie now?
Trump, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's how he doing these other countries. Like,
He's big homie.
Yeah.
I'm little bro. You gotta come sit down at the table with me. You're not a big homie in China though.
Oh no, that China. You gotta bring the seat up to the same height.
Yeah. China like,
you know what I mean?
Yo, we not your little homie, bro.
Yeah. China like, nah. But yeah.
We shut your phones off right now.
What?
F around, find out.
That shit has dropped. Listen,
all SIM cards dead.
So Trump accepted a plane from Qatar. You know what I mean? Qatar.
They gave him a gift.
They gave him a gift. The Republicans and the both. I guess both senators. Like, yo, dang. Why
you're not supposed to accept gifts while you're president.
That they got fired.
No, it's unconstitutional. You're not supposed to accept no gifts.
Listen, that plane could be in the sky. That shit could just drop like, yo, at any time, yo. But hey, people get comfortable and don't care. They're gonna accept it.
Trump think he above the law, bro. Teflon Don. He think he can do whatever he
I
wants.
wouldn't fly in that plane though. If I became the
He's
next president,
he gonna have it swept by the best. You know what he got? He's like, listen, they bitching about the plane. Just drop it off at my golf course. I'm not even gonna get into it till I get done with this presidency thing.
Yeah.
Then I fly that joint all over the place.
Well, I think he gave it back.
He's not giving it back.
I think it is I mean,
you're not allowed to accept gifts when you're president.
But you know how? Because other presidents, I'm quite sure, accept
somebody. No, you can't.
I don't think he was the only.
Nobody did.
I don't think they accepted something of that magnitude. But I believe they accepted gift. They got some type. I'm right. Look, Red, look how Red's looking. Red's like, hold on.
It's unconstitutional to accept any gifts.
No, I think they gave President Obama was gifts when he went over.
What was he getting?
I think they gave him something. I don't know what. When he first. Some one of them countries is something.
Bro, if they gave it to him, they was like, hey, I can't take this. My peoples can take it. And he'll hold on to it until I get out of office. But I can't take this. It's unconstitutional.
I definitely keep somebody like you on the side. Like, yo, whatever gifts I can't accept, you can go to you.
Hell yeah, I got it. I'll keep it warm for you, boss. I'll be flying in that plane like, it's all right. Like,
Shit, goodness.
I'm party playing in this whole guitar playing out. Yo, what?
Yeah, but you know, how do your people feel? How do the people feel? You know, do you believe it was unconstitutional for him to accept that?
Trump gonna do what he want to do.
Yeah,
period.
he big homie in them. He big homie in a certain country. So yeah, I guess you know. Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. He really testing the waters. Like, can I do this? I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, real talk. I really believe that's
like, crazy.
He like that. I think that's he really crazy. Like he just be like, yeah. Let me what you say? He really see countries. See what it is. Countries know the United States is not weak. You know,
but they also know the United States can be bought in a certain way because Trump. It's all about money.
Right. See, they know we're not weak, but they know the weak spot.
Yeah,
they know where to be. It's not. No.
What you think? What you think he got? Okay, we give you a plane. What you think Trump was giving them?
Mm-hmm. Or what
on the back end, or what he's talking
about on the back end of the back end. You know what I mean? So you got a point there. So they know that other countries know that we're not weak or whatever. You know, so he's just.
But he's making a deal or no deal. That's Trump. Is straight deal or no deal.
But see, certain countries gonna be like, yeah, all right, well. Then certain countries gonna be like, yeah, we gonna test your gangster. We could do the same because we already embedded with. Like,
but he did say China. China said they coming to the table to talk to him and shit because they're losing out too.
Yeah, and they don't want to because they already like.
I mean, they got a lot of stuff with us, but
we both losing out.
They both losing. I was like, okay, it's a way.
I don't believe as far as the other countries they going because we don't deal much. We don't give much to certain countries. I think the top ones that we really got shit like invested in and that you can see in your household.
Yeah.
From like India, China definitely number one. China and there's one more country that we mainly, they mainly get the bulk of our dollars.
I think Europe was like, yeah, we did a deal with him. He came out there. Europe was like, yeah, we did a deal with him. We good. Me and him, we're good. Yeah. They ain't got no problem, no issues with him raising tariffs. We settled this, John. There's other people that's doing pushbacks. I mean,
so do you think the tariffs was a good?
No,
I think I ain't see shit go down.
No, also for real, I think the tariffs was just a publicity stunt to I don't think he was really he was forcing them to come to the table,
right, to
show like I'm a businessman, I'm running America like a business, and I need to show
big bucks, I need to be a multi-trillionaire by the time I leave this office. So
and I need to show the American people that I'm trying to have us on the big kahuna. Yeah, basically.
I'm the big I need to let my base know that I'm the big kahuna.
But is it working though? Is like the tariffs working?
It's hard to say because, like you said, I believe the reason why a lot of countries, like I was saying, came to the table all of a sudden is because they don't grab a lot. Because they don't have a lot of clout when it comes to us doing there's people as us consumers buying whatever it is. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's why other countries can sustain that because we already like, damn, we want that. So they gonna make sure we supply it. They supply it, even if they take it, even if they gotta pay the extra tax. You know what I mean?
But they gonna tax us.
Exactly. So
like China, like we're gonna tax y'all.
So at T-Mobile, what you saw, say this, a phone like that, a replica of that phone was only $11. Now they're gonna be like, yo, we're gonna charge you $13. That type of shit.
But the crazy part,
it's already cheap.
The crazy part is China came out. Shout out to my man Mount Money. He's late.
Hold on.
He's late.
Yo, this is how we like it. Hey, hold on. Yo, listen, hold on, people. Listen. We have the pleasure of, being graced with my good friend right here.
Step inside the camera.
Money,
happy birthday, son.
This is my boy right here.
Come on, get the camera, man.
And also, people, listen.
Say something to people, man.
Yo, pull up. Yeah, pull up. Hey, listen, what's up?
Come here and gifts, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, listen, this is the love. This is the love. What a gift. Oh, man.
This for Jamie.
Oh man, oh,
From Rashonda.
okay. Listen, people. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to these good people, man, that pulled up on us.
You
pulled up
jumping in
while
or what?
we here live, talking to y'all, sharing with y'all.
Hey, what's up?
Listen, second, I want to say a happy birthday to Star Bright, Starlight. Rashonda's in the building. Queensbridge, stand the fuck up. Queensbridge, stand up. We got Rashonda in the building. Stand the fuck up. Like, yeah, up on all two. Yeah. You see? Yeah, there you go. Come, stay out of the picture. Stay out of the picture.
That's mine. I ain't
Yo,
he claimed that on camera.
Yo, listen, people,
we got somebody that we selling their organs and everything.
Oh my God.
Oh damn. Yo, hey, listen. This is
camera.
Her daughter, beautiful people. Listen, they pulled up on me. They in the building. They're family. They're showing their love and they're showing their support. And I'm so grateful. This right here. This is where the love starts. This is what help us grow.
And this is always live. We
always live. And this is what I like to see right here. Look, my boy, he pulled up. Something for the missus and something for me. I like that. Yeah. Pull up, man. Pull up. We gonna get right back into it with my guy right here. Listen, the topic, we started off with the Diddy. So we might have to go back.
Why did y'all drink the rest of the Johnny?
Because you wasn't here. That's your penalty for you being late. I drink it. It's in here.
You can tell why.
Because I can't smoke no more.
Yeah, he can't smoke. He drunk all the.
And it was a swallow left anyway, bro.
I don't even
know why. Really like,
I don't even know why he left that. He left the swallow. It wasn't even.
Pause.
Yeah, pause.
We talking a lot of Diddy. You can't just say swallow.
Yeah. We in our Diddy bag right now. Yeah. We was about to end it, but before we end it, we got to get your opinion on the Diddy situation. How do you feel about that? Like
he said, is enough for him to
do you feel
beat that RICO charge.
Now, mind you, the crowd is not over.
Cassie was just on saying, have you been following it lately?
He been listening to it.
I'm gonna just say like this: they trying to find a way to bury that brother, and I hope he make it out alive.
But he a freaky ass dude, though.
Yeah, he freaky.
That don't got
69 guy, freaky ass.
No, but he's no. Listen.
It's not against the law.
Real shit.
I have no solid evidence of him selling no organs.
Look, get back in it. You ain't even
really organs.
Look, slide down a little.
Yeah, because human trafficking and selling kids and stuff like that's crazy. But you know what I'm saying? I do deal in private business with grown people that
here we go. Don't indict yourself, bro.
I'm not indicting.
We don't need no black market talk. Why are you saying names?
Willing to sell her organs.
Cut. You always saying the most. He always saying the most. No.
You shut up and show me your kitty.
Anyway, he always.
Listen.
This is always the live wire or the
live wire.
That's
right here.
She's AB negative.
We gonna call this the three
amigos.
No, the new Three Stooges.
I'm not no damn stooge.
Larry always got B on. I'm not him.
So look, you gotta be Larry. I'm definitely low.
I ain't no damn stooge. Period.
Right?
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
And you know what? The other two was from New York, and then Mo was from Jersey.
No,
that's what the stooges were.
No, stop lying. I wish I had some shot. He would have took that. I would have Googled that and see. You're talking about he from Jersey. That nigga was from New York, if anything. Yeah. He probably was.
Who?
Mo, I think, yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a stooge, period. So I can't call it.
Anyway, but listen, as we proceed, look, what do you think about the Diddy Trial whole situation?
I told you the situation. Like, real talk, man, they trying to bury that man. If anything, I will hope that his defense go into the human trafficking before anything, because he's not charged with that. Or they charged.
He's charging for trafficking.
I know.
So it's a RICO body.
Only thing.
One man RICO.
A male? escort?
Only thing
And
that's
it's-
They do that for a living.
is SA. They saying a sexual assault on Cassie, and that won't go because
Is that part of the
he was
charges?
actually married to her.
No, I don't
He wasn't
think
married to
so.
Cassie.
No,
He was married to Kim. He wasn't married to nobody. Was he married to Kim Porter?
Listen,
He was married to.
when the ball was listening in her mouth, she said, that's indication.
Hold on. What the hell? We didn't even work up. We didn't even build the climax up to get to that part yet.
That's
And
what
he already
happened.
hit that joint.
No,
That's what happened.
that's just the extra freaky shit they was
That's
doing.
not what he on trial for. He ain't on trial for.
But that's what they started with. So that's where I'm going.
Okay, all right.
I don't see the other evidence because
No, I don't.
at a real
So
trial, and he got a kangaroo court. It's like they trying to bury him, man.
Mine.
He's already buried.
He
Bro.
already
It's a
buried.
wrap.
What are you was listening?
You're not listening to Bad Boys for Life or the Benjamins
talking-
no
you
more in the
talking
club.
about-
That shit is a
money.
dub.
Oh, now
I
you talking
talk
about
about
when
like-
you get out?
Yeah, his reputation is shot. That's why I was just telling him. It's
No, but
shot
he's still
now.
gonna have this. But see, when you like,
He better
But
stack. He spent a
already-
lot of money on them
He
lawyers
already got your
too.
money tied up in different businesses. When he was a billionaire.
Yo, you think
So
his
you
business
know-
partners is not gonna be like cutting ties for just because they're behind this shit?
No, but I'm talking about as far as
He still got his baby oil. As soon as the child oil, he's gonna
He gonna put his face on the baby oil. He gonna have his own baby
He's
oil.
gonna bring his baby oil back out.
Yo, this is my guy. Yeah, you know this damn dollar.
Mr.
We,
Phillip.
Yo,
we couldn't have made this pop without
move the
my
live
goddamn
over a little
right
bit
here.
because you can't get us all in there.
Huh?
You know you
But
get
see
that
it?
baby
So,
oil.
so basically, what you saying
Hey,
is
Reggie,
that,
go get the baby oil.
Oh my god.
what the? Yo,
Nah, we ain't doing no baby oil party.
what you gonna show? What you gonna show?
Yo.
man? We don't want no parts to see it.
Reggie, go get the baby
Yeah, talk
oil.
him a little bit. There you go.
Yo, for everybody that want to know, listen, this is Reg is our guy. He's our engineer. He the one that
Shout out to Reg.
and make sure he put this all together for us. You know, he's a good dude. Back to what we was talking about. So my guy here, what he basically saying, like, yeah, Cassie accepted that. She was like, and
It's not enough to
She
beat.
wanted some apple juice
It's not
made from
enough.
Craigslist.
Yo, it's
Oh,
it's
my
not,
God.
That's not a charge.
It's not the charge. It's not what he getting charged for.
I ain't saying it.
Like, that's why I said for real, it seems like it. I can't call. It's not a
Yo,
publicity.
let me get that one.
Excuse my hair, y'all. My wife's birthday today, so she don't have time to do my shit. But I'm rocking out. But
Yeah.
anyway, like yo, it's not enough to charge you.
Right.
What they
Nah, I'm
saying.
still got some.
Right.
Until they bring up
The RICO,
Such
him
and
trafficking and
from
sexual
such and
assault.
such.
Right.
because I don't know the names neither. It's like and me knowing how the feds operate, that was the first thing on the list. So why wasn't it?
What?
So this is just like
What, the trafficking part?
Yeah, what? Like, come on, bro. Why they worried about Cassie?
That's,
you know
that's
what?
the main
Yeah,
witness.
she's
She's the one pressing
I
the
don't think she
button.
did good as a star witness, though.
The first thing the prosecutor would have asked her was, who did he bring in, and did you see him bring anybody from another state to
The escorts.
The crazy.
The escorts was coming from all over the place.
Well, so
They flew themselves in. If
He-
you
yo,
call me and
Puffy
told
ain't
me
pay for that?
to cancel
Yeah.
my fans, I'm good.
we don't. We
That's
ain't
all
All I
to
gotta
know
do
what
is
he's
piss in her
saying.
mouth.
Yeah.
No.
You see what? But
20 bands? Let's go.
No, they wasn't getting no 20 bands.
I don't know.
I'm
Yo,
talking about, bro.
They wasn't getting.
Shannon Sharp
he
paid
wasn't.
25 per cheek. We talk about Diddy.
That's what
He's
That's
worth
what
way more
but
than Shannon.
what
But
I'm
you-
saying is
How
he
much
didn't,
did
he
you
didn't
pay?
give the everything. We are not talking
Nah,
about.
that little.
We ain't talking about
Oh, here you
paying the
Oh,
escorts.
we not gonna bring
Because
that.
we don't
That's
know.
for
We
later.
don't. They made. So I'm willing to bet they made good money. Yeah, the one boy was like, "Yo, I want to."
I had fun and made good money. They had it on. They had it
So, and
on.
that's actual factual. So, like, let's be honest. I mean, all jokes aside.
Are you allowed
You know
to
what I'm
bring from state to
Yo,
state
listen.
for
If
sex?
it's not, if we just talking about, okay, we're gonna make it real, actual, cut and dry. If you just talking about pissing in the girl's mouth, yo,
Why do you keep bringing up the piss in the girl's out?
that's what happened. What happened?
That's not what happened. That's a small detail.
It's not.
But he's not getting charged for that. He's getting charged for sex trafficking against people's will.
So
Against
why
their will.
Yo, you got something? You got something with piss or something going on? Because that's all I'm talking
Making a joke. I just said all jokes aside.
All right,
Yo, look.
but that's
The
not the
ball
whole
got
case.
paid
The
to
piss.
piss on her.
Okay,
So-
we understand. Yeah, he did say he liked it. That was like
so that eliminated everything right there because she agreed to it.
She agreed to it.
So where is the charge?
The charge is saying that it was against her will. He forced her to do it.
That's the charge.
And that's what he's trying to say.
That's what they're trying to prove.
On what grounds?
Oh, what he know?
They're trying to listen, man. They're trying to say that he basically coerced her into agreeing. Like this is normal. We do freak offs.
Never married, right?
No.
I think they know. I think
they weren't married, bro.
Okay, they wasn't married.
I put it like
I think they was. That was her joint. No, they wasn't even long enough because he was with Kim Porter too. She used to get mad that he spent holidays with his baby mom, which is Kim Porter, which is his kid's mom. He got twins with her and all that.
What the heck?
Because when you have a side and you always spend time with your main, you know, and she going to get upset.
She was fucking.
But he got mad and was like, nah, you can't fuck with all niggas.
That's what he went. He reminded me of somebody, but that's what he went to.
Yo, you can't. That's not a charge though, bro.
Yo, listen. You know what I'm saying? Like let's talk minimum to minimum.
All right, say less.
If you tell.
Bro, he already gave her 10 million already before.
He gave her 20.
He gave her 20 already to shut up. He still took him to court.
But I don't see nothing she said was incriminating. Or heard of anything. From what I heard, I didn't hear nothing.
First of all, how you take 20 million off him already? She still take you to court.
Yeah, that is true. But in her defense, I didn't hear her say nothing incriminating though.
I don't know. I wouldn't have paid. I'd have paid her no mind until she came up with something. That was
and that's what happened. She like, she said, I need another 10 million. He was like, nah, fuck all that.
Listen, you would have gave her
no bond, and then Joey would have paid her a visit.
Nah, come on. Now, then you would have got your whole big Charlotte's web of crazy madness. No,
he already gave her bread before.
What he messed up at is that he tried to cut the check. He tried to stop giving her the money when he found out she got married.
Yeah, it was like, I'm not paying for your husband and for y'all to live.
You know what I said?
But she had all that shit on him. So she was like, if you don't
what I said? We need a female point of view. Because we been saying right.
And we all saying that he can beat that charge.
Right. We got a female in here. Well, listen, people. We got a female. Listen, we just need one of their. We just need one of their opinion on what they think. You know what I mean? What they think. You know what I mean? They over here playing Pac-Man. They too bull, you know what I mean? All right, so no, they ain't even got to come. Listen, here, give this. That's live. That's live. That's cool.
So.
There you go.
In the Cassie situation with Diddy, do you think she's wrong or is she right?
I mean, why wait to the last minute to say something about it? Like, that's honestly my opinion. Me going through what I've been through. I mean, once a person put their hands on you, it's supposed to.
She stood there.
She stayed. I mean,
he been there. She been there. She was 19. I think he like groomed her, and I think that was normal.
Right. And her whole thing was like she was down with it.
Ain't that much love in the world for me.
Yeah,
so the money
not that much word. You said it's not that much.
But the money kept. I believe the money kept her because if she's strong enough to say something like that. But then again, if you know what I mean, if you've been in that situation, because he was doing some heavy shit, like.
But she was 19, and he made it like that. It was just a normal thing.
She should have said something in the beginning. And since she didn't say nothing in the beginning, she's wrong, or she's after something else because she let it continue on. So as a woman, because this is what I'm asking, women always feel as though they're the victim in a situation.
So maybe get right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So she's not the victim. She's just trying to get after his bread.
She already took him for money.
That's what's going on with these women today.
So basically, that's true. That's true.
Women and like they hold it until they think they have some type of leverage.
Yeah.
They need money. I mean, I don't know what. That's for so long and didn't say something about it. It's just like damn.
Yeah.
This is real women opinion.
You didn't know you was on camera?
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Email, how do you feel about the Cassie situation, and do you feel as though she's right or wrong, or what happened?
The girl, you can wash your hands anywhere.
Come on.
Go ahead.
I feel like she's right and wrong.
She's right and wrong. Why?
Cause she's still like, did you see the video what he did to her?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Like it's still that. I feel like.
I mean, but
And that's what's hurting her.
I mean,
That
but
one video.
what happened? We don't.
It's not enough to be the case.
Because she left the free ball.
Yeah.
She walked out the room.
Right. I guess
Sure, that's why he did that, because you know she was messing with his trainer
No, but she
or
said
her trainer.
she said it in the courtroom. She said that's why. That's why she left out the room.
because she didn't want to do the free.
She didn't want to do it on him.
Right.
And that was a video of it.
So you feel as though that was
So he was mad.
So overall, though, the whole situation about her wanting the money and everything.
No, I don't think he should have gave her money.
But no, he should have gave her money.
I don't think he should have gave her money.
She saying
He already gave her a check beforehand, though.
Yeah, I know, but now they still in court, so it's like he did it for
but she was
For no reason. That's what I was saying. He did it for
she
no
was
reason.
already in that mode because she was already getting a check. And when he stopped giving her that last check because she started fucking with dude, she felt some type of way. Like, nigga,
Yeah, you mama.
Don't make me take. You see these pictures here?
I ruined your whole
I
life.
ruined your life, and that's what she did.
Even if he loses, even if he beats the case, his life is ruined,
because
bro.
before that, they wasn't even thinking about. Maybe they was on his top, but they wasn't. Once they seen the crack, it takes one crack.
He just accepted the BET Lifetime Achievement Award 3
When
years
that
ago,
happened,
bro.
when she cracked,
Okay.
that was it. He should have kept giving her that money. I would have gave her that money. Okay, you want that? We good.
Nah, he
Now-
said, I'm
now
not
we
paying
have
for your
two women's
husband.
opinion. Stay tuned as the trial is still going on, and we
It's
still
just the
proceed.
beginning.
Yeah. And we shall proceed. Yeah. That was M Dollar, with his folks, good people, you're here right here. That, we getting all views, all point of views, from the different
Reg, keep
people.
turning, Reg. Keep turning.
Yeah. Keep turning, Reg. And right here, we live and direct, we doing it. And we back at it. So now this is gonna be a crazy part. And people, I am sorry. I know we was all the way down talking about Trump accepting a plane and all this good stuff because he big homie in the little countries and all that. Yo, I understand that, but listen, this right here is crazy. And I definitely would need my homie's opinion on what he think about, and we're gonna get back to the Trump situation. Just give us a minute. What you think about when her husband was there in the
courtroom,
hearing all that? Now, mind you, I got her telling him some of the stuff, some of the crazy stuff, and the madness that went on behind closed doors.
You want to know my honest opinion?
Yeah, what's your honest
There
opinion?
we go.
Here we go. Yeah,
It's not a here we go. I'm giving you an honest opinion.
real shit.
I'm gonna tell you like this, man.
What?
Like deep down, okay, I'm gonna think about it, but at the same time,
What you gonna think about having
chose-
a freak off like
like once
that?
I chose now see here was the difference. Let's differentiate it.
Okay, give it
She
to
did
us.
the shit while she was with me, so that brings about a whole nother
Okay.
So this is a
Okay.
past
And
situation.
that's what I was saying.
a past situation. I don't
Right.
care what the fuck you
Okay,
did.
up top. That I can respect it. I can respect that.
That's like if my wife
Right.
is my wife. I'm not gonna go on what she did because she with me now.
Right.
Do that shit now, nigga.
Well, he
Right.
walked out the courtroom
When
a couple times.
when he heard, listen to this. Now
He was like, "Damn, you ain't telling you do all that."
No,
I got it.
but he don't know
He
about
probably
this
went
one.
outside, threw up.
He was like, damn, man, I've been kissing this woman. Why your breath is smelling like that?
Okay.
Shut up.
Yo, what the
I'm
hell?
saying that about Cassie because
No.
it's all public notice. Do you know what your significant other did? No, you don't.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Exactly.
That shit I
I
don't
don't.
want to. But what I'm saying is this. Now, this is what happened when they was married. He FaceTimed her, or she FaceTimed him.
He's trying to say that he was.
And Diddy was up on her, hitting it while she was on the FaceTime.
Well,
I don't got her telling him that. I don't got her telling him that.
I mean, see that's why I said
I don't got her telling him that.
That's in the beginning of a relationship.
That's a horse.
I think that's when he walked out of the court at, really. But I don't know.
Different color.
I don't
It's
know.
like if
They
I
was
find-
married at that time.
Like-
Google it.
That's deception, man. Like, not
Google it. I know, God, what you think? You think she told him?
This ain't Jaden
She ain't
Will,
telling
man.
her
This
anything.
ain't Jaden
I don't think
Will.
she told him
There
that.
ain't no open relationship. So you doing that, you went all the way outside of our relationship. So now we got something. We got an issue.
So you saying
I didn't know about that. If I knew
okay.
I
about
don't know if
that.
I don't know.
No,
That's
that
crazy.
happened.
Do you think they knew about? Do you?
That was probably in the
That's what
beginning of their
came out of court.
relationship.
Check real shit. They was man. While Diddy was there in her house, came to her house, their house.
See, you gotta look at it like this. The shit you did in Carousel, motherfucker.
Here we go. Why you gotta make personalized
Here we
shit?
go.
Nah.
Oh my God.
No.
God damn it, Cheetah.
Go.
Yo, what the
You gotta take it from here to here.
No, we're not gonna go there.
You please not,
I let him give you his own personal synopsis.
I don't know.
About
Yeah.
Carousel.
I don't know what he's talking about, and I don't think I've ever been there. I don't know
I
what.
have a question for you because you have 2 younger children, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
you send your children to daycare, school, when they're in daycare yet, or no?
Yeah, they care.
Okay, so you attend daycare. Would you want the teacher or the caregiver to discipline them, or
Right.
how do you feel about a teacher disciplining your kid? You don't mind me asking, because the school where I the principal had a little issue with my little concern, because my concern was if the security sees something or an adult, period, sees anything that's wrong, you automatically report it. You don't wait. This is almost something similar to the Cassie situation. Are you really? No, it was,
No, I see what you're saying.
Hold on, people. Hold on. I guess y'all didn't even hear that, or that flew over somebody's head. Please, sister, say it one more. Give it to one time. Give it to them one more time. Here you go. Take the mic.
We going to another.
Take the mic, because he didn't understand, because he's a little high right now. And it flew
I'm
over
not
here.
high.
Well, you drunk.
I don't get high. No, I'm not high.
Yo, not throwing everybody under the bus.
No, y'all both throwing everybody under the
It was
bus.
a question, because these things in today's society is really.
Hold on. That's all right.
We are. Well, good.
No, go ahead. What's your name?
Society is just bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm just wanting to get a little more.
Well, you talking about basically like
Which will-
teachers like chastising basically
Right,
kids.
right.
Teachers or just daycares?
Well, I
Or
think
anybody watching your kids while you
an adult.
an adult basically.
Yeah, I mean, because whoever works in the school system, they're an adult and
Yeah.
they kind of have authority, right? So, would you allow?
It's to a certain extent,
I
like
see what you're saying with the Cassie situation.
what?
And
Nah, that's
Diddy-
not.
All right,
different,
let
it's
her
A
finish.
little
Yes,
bit, because what I'm saying
No,
is they
it is,
held
yeah.
on, the security held on to the information or whatever he wanted
Oh,
to
paid
report.
for it though.
Huh?
Right.
Paid for
Who paid for
it. He
what?
gave him 30,000 for the fall out.
For the footage.
Right.
Who?
That-
Okay.
And it still
Oh,
came out.
Still came out with it. He
That
didn't
shit
know about
was in the air.
he didn't know
But
about
what she was saying is like I feel
those.
Wait a minute, like y'all taking some this real this
An incident happened in
right
school.
right to the real.
The,
Hold on.
the security didn't report it. He reported it after the fact.
Okay.
And my kid got in
okay,
trouble.
let's get to it.
So he held on to the information until I guess he wanted to release it, but it wasn't on that day. So I'm just like, that's what it sounds like, right? So I'm
Yeah.
just like, do you agree with an adult or teacher security
It was.
with
I'm
disciplining your kid in school?
I'm always gonna take my kid's side off first until you it's always innocent till proven guilty.
I'm
As far as my kid. I'm around my kid first until you show me the proof that like my kid is just overly over the top. Wrong. But first of all, what you're not gonna do is curse at my kids while I'm not
That
there.
part,
And you're not gonna put your hands on my kids.
absolutely.
That's sole
No,
violation. And you and there's a certain way, and you're trained to be in that position in the first place. It's supposed to be.
Right,
Like
right.
you're supposed to be watching videos and everything how to take care of kids. Because we've been in situations where like you get in fights in school and somebody come and tackle you down and all tight and almost assault. You get assaulted by teachers. I've been in them situations where you got assaulted by teachers out fighting, you know. But but that's fighting. That's fighting and stuff. But it's different.
Don't stop.
I'm talking about listen. I'm talking about when you was younger.
That's just getting hit.
When you younger and you in school and you fighting and then the teacher comes out, he tackles you to try to get you to stop fighting. He's being aggressive with you.
What was his name, yo?
I don't. Heidi, I forgot his name. Not Heidi Mark.
Well, you don't have younger children. I mean, you're on to your grands.
Yeah,
but you do have children.
So my younger ones, if they gotta do proper protocol. Like you
exactly.
You can't.
Absolutely.
You can't basically.
I'm not against adults correcting juveniles.
Your
correcting
kids.
my kids. I'm not against it.
Okay.
Because somebody got to do it.
You got teachers, securities, and plenty of adults that's fighting children these days
I got
in school.
kids too. So I was.
So you think you gonna let your teacher smack your kids?
Right.
Motherfucking no.
Now shut up. You capping. Smack you. You know he's lying.
Listen, people, listen. Listen,
he ain't.
Don't listen to that.
That's not. He's
definitely not real.
I'm not against.
He be right after that school. Which one of y'all hit my kids? Which one of y'all? I swear to God.
Listen, I'm not against people chastising. You can't chastise them. Like if I see a kid doing something that's wrong, I will gladly tell your folks what you did wrong. I'm not
going to snitch on the kid.
What you mean snitch on the kid?
You gotta report it.
You wrong, bro.
But hold on, you gonna go to the parents and snitch?
That's what you're supposed to do. Is proper protocol.
It's not snitching. I don't want you to go through the same
That's
thing.
your job. When you getting trained to watch somebody else's kids, they train you a certain way,
catch my kid before
certain protocol.
Or dead. Then fucking just let that shit go. There's too many people who let too much shit go as adults and see wrong things. You see something happen wrong, react to that shit.
Right.
Yeah, but it's a certain way you react to it.
Boys get treated by
a certain way you react to it. You will notify the parents. You got a certain script you gotta say to the kids, and if they don't abide by it, you be like, listen, I'm about to just call your parents because I can't do nothing else.
You'll make a good school security guard.
I think so too.
No, I don't have patience for other people's kids.
Nah, you do so.
I got patience for I barely got patience for my kids.
Forget about Coca-Cola, man.
No, it's not Coca-Cola. No.
One person we definitely don't want to be the school security guard of the kids. Yeah. Right here.
My hook off the jab on somebody else.
No, you gonna slip him something. You gonna be like, yo, let's go out. Yo, what you're trying to do? What you need something.
Wait, what you say? What you call me? He gonna all that aid, teacher aid go right out the window.
So let's get back.
Fuck some kids, man.
All right, so look.
So what if a kid that's like 15, like, man, fuck you, man, you ain't gonna do shit.
I'm gonna see you after school.
No, you are a teacher.
The uniform come off. Then you know what it is.
No,
I got you. And you gonna be like the one. Just look.
You gonna show me that shit.
He gonna be like, the little kid gonna be like, yo, oh, you said after school? All right. I'll see.
And that blicky ready. You got the joint. You got to switch, little nigga.
Oh my God. That's what you gonna tell me?
I'm not gonna.
There's cameras everywhere throughout the school. So whatever you saying to these kids, they gonna hear you.
Yeah.
Meet me after school then. You gonna lose your job, bro.
And it's gonna be 20 little kids waiting outside to jump on them.
So it is my birthday, so I'm gonna go outside.
Yo, people.
Have fun.
Once again, we gotta let you go. We gotta let you know that
you got some of these.
Starlight.
He went late.
It's her birthday.
He was talking about 7 o'clock trying to get some alcohol. We ain't got alcohol.
You know, like partner, bro. Today's her B-Day. You know, listen, love.
Sorry. Waited. I mean, Ash waited till late to try to go get
B-Day. Send the love.
Are we getting to the sports, or are we just gonna?
He never told us how he felt.
He just said it.
No, the mail when the nigga left the court.
Yo, come on, man.
We all right. I'm high now. All right, we're gonna get right into it. NBA playoff.
Where's you got the job ahead of you, brother?
We good. Yo, NBA playoffs. So we get right into it.
Happy his Knicks made it to the Eastern Conference
Finals. No players and none of that. So I'm a
gracefully bow out.
Yeah. Gracefully. And go smoke a cigarette. I don't give a fuck about the NBA and that shit. But I will come see y'all niggas if you leave your door open on a late night.
Oh.
Wait, what? You snitching on yourself?
Yo, he's full.
Look at his shirt. It says the jig is in for a reason. The fix is in. Keep lock your doors.
Kyrie ain't
even in there.
Don't matter. He still got that. That's the ones I want.
I don't know what we definitely.
Oh my God!
I don't know what he talking about. Yo, you cannot, yo, you can't even say, yo. Yeah, all right, them niggas would down you.
Yep, fast.
As soon as they like, who that nigga trying to get? What? All right, let him come. No, just
let him come in.
Yeah, let him come in.
He's
so,
right there.
So we can be justified. Let him come in.
So that means go after the old heads, Grant.
Yeah, they gonna be the ones with the dog. They gonna be the ones.
Bird, you gonna be sleep.
Listen,
I'm
getting dog. They gonna be the. They gonna
fuck with Jordan.
You know listen, what? They gonna be.
You're not gonna get past Jordan's fucking street. First of all, he live in a gated community.
I want no smoke. He just gonna give me what I want.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
You're fooling that.
You gonna understand my
down? No, why?
Get him out of here. Put him in the bathroom with that nonsense. Get him out of here. He talking about you gonna do all this goofy, crazy
forget
stuff.
about you neither, Kurt.
Yeah, all right. They downing you. You won't even make it past
I know you got it, Kurt.
You won't even make it past the corner. The dog won't start barking.
You're not even gonna get into the community.
You ain't even gonna make it to the.
They're like some dude that looks suspicious is down the street.
Everybody gonna start loading the gun. Don't worry, we're gonna wait till he get across that certain line. We're gonna kill him. Kill him dead. As soon as he passes
that line. Talk about the gun line, boss.
Yeah. We're gonna down him. But anyway.
Only one I'm leaving alone is Irison because he's from Philly. He ain't even from Philly, but he was with Philly. He put Philly.
That was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and then when shit, but MVP that he was happy of just getting in.
No, we're not gonna go there. You are still respect on Iverson name. That's a legend.
He was a good point.
That's a legend. This your
Listen, he was a good point guard, and we ain't gonna get that.
He wasn't a point guard. He was a shooting guard.
No, he was with a point guard.
He started as a point guard, but he was a shooting guard. Eric Snow was a point guard.
No, he was the point guard.
Tell us.
He started he started as the point guard, and he was.
And then they moved him to shooting guard, and that's when he became the MVP.
He was point guard because it was
Eric Snow was the point.
Yeah.
And then Eric
when it started, wasn't he a point guard? All right, we're gonna just say
they got traded from Mutombo.
He played both spots. I think they messed up when they got rid of Radcliffe, man.
He got hurt. They needed somebody. They knew that this was the year we're gonna have to go deep in the playoffs. We need Mutombo. Rest in peace, Mutombo.
Yeah.
But they traded Theo Radcliffe from Mutombo, and they got to the championship, and then he got ragdolled by Shaq.
Didn't he get a ring?
Who?
Theo Radcliffe.
I don't think so. I don't know. We traded him to Detroit or something. It was like a 3-way trade.
And Detroit won the.
But that was years ago.
That
was years ago.
That's a couple of years. Yo, my Knicks is in the building.
They got the Indiana Pacers. It's the first time they've been to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2002
or some shit like that.
Yeah, almost 20 years.
Yeah, we in there. We in the building. I just think we can't play with these boys.
Indiana sneak on you.
Yeah.
They snuck on everybody.
You know what's crazy? Indiana always seemed to have had shooters. Like
always.
It was like the Golden State type, you know what I mean? But the generic Golden State, but they was the Golden State.
But they still had shooters
up the East Coast though, because the way them shooters.
The Celtics had shooters too, but they shot them so right out the playoffs. And then Jason Tatum got hurt, and it was a wreck.
I think the Celtics.
They rely too much on shooting.
Yeah, and you gotta play. If you lock down with them, I think if they was like on the mindset, if we just lock down this one, which is Jason Tatum, he's the one. He's gonna be able to stay. Just let these niggas.
And then he broke his Achilles, and it was a wrap.
Yeah, that was it. Play some half-ass defense on the rest of them, and just lock him down.
And they just gonna shoot themselves out the game.
They're gonna shoot, and that's what happened.
That's what happened. Yeah.
But
the crazy part is y'all was down 20 points twice in them games that y'all won.
And he was there. He was there.
That was crazy.
Man, this is We can talk that talk, but with Indiana, I think that's gonna be a hell of a game.
That's going 7.
Yeah, I gotta go.
That's going all 7.
At least 6. Definitely, possibly 7.
That's tradition. Like y'all been beefing with Indiana over
yeah.
Since Reggie Miller days. Remember that Spike?
Yeah. And yeah, it was them Chicago. Yeah, I think it was them Indiana, and that would be shit. We lose to them. That'd be this. They didn't make it there last year. Who?
Boston made it.
Boston.
I think Boston beat Indiana.
Yeah. I wish Boston. Yeah.
But yeah, Boston beat Indiana to make it to the finals last year.
Yeah.
But But yeah, on top of the year, so today, OKC beat the Nuggets. So OKC,
man, big shout outs to OKC pulling it off.
They haven't been there
that was
since
a 3-3.
Since they said 2016 Eastern Conference. I mean Western Conference Championship.
When they had Westbrook.
Was that back then?
Yeah,
that was 2012.
But they had Westbrook, KD, and the beard.
James Harden?
Yeah, James Harden was the one coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Just imagine if they would have kept that.
You can't keep that.
What?
They was young too.
Yeah.
They all ended up being MVPs.
Yeah, Westbrook turned out like, you all right, Westbrook, but I thought you was that man, but we see why, you needed all that. Son, if they would have kept that nucleus at least upgraded, they could have found somebody. They had a decent center, but you know what I mean? Adams, I think his name was. Just imagine if they'd have kept it. I think they would have.
Nah, they were out there in 2015, 16.
Yeah, and who they had?
That wasn't that was who was it? Westbrook and them was 2011, 2012. They went to the finals.
So who did OKC? Oh, they was probably Seattle then.
2016. No, I'm talking about that was 2016, 17.
I'm talking about who was their lineup, who was their starters.
I don't know who. I'm trying to find it.
Just
now.
Google. I'm on my phone.
It was that's
I would
recent.
tell you, man. What the heck you looking on?
That was recent. I don't know who they had 2015,
I'm gonna tell you
2016.
right now.
2015,
In
2016.
2015, who was the Oklahoma Thunder's starting five? Westbrook, Andre Robertson, Kevin Durant. Oh, they even had. Come on, look at the squad.
Oh, that was when they played. The Warriors.
Yeah.
And then KD left that year. Remember?
Yeah. Not KD. KD was there.
KD was there.
It was the
Was KD on that team?
Beard, yeah.
The Beard wasn't there. Beard left in
wasn't
2011. He was
right.
already in Houston.
Yeah, because it was a Kurt.
That was the year they went there and Curry and them beat them, right? And then KD left and went and got with the Warriors the next year. Remember that?
Right.
And everybody was mad at KD for joining the ops.
He shouldn't have did that. That was crazy. But he had.
He won a championship out of that.
He had to go where the money was at. Who won a championship?
KD. He wanted to win a
They had
chip.
Russell Westbrook,
Kevin
Steven
Durant,
Adams.
They had all them dudes.
Big squad.
They lost to the Warriors, and then I think they went 7 games, if I'm not mistaken. And then the next season, and the Warriors won the championship that year.
Yeah.
And the next year, KD went to the Warriors, and then that's when they got a ring.
Yeah. He was ring chasing, so he
A lot of people ring chasing.
Yeah.
But
and I think if he would have never went to Golden State,
you think OKC would have won a chip?
nah, because Kevin Durant, he's the factor.
Yeah.
With Steph, it's like, you know what I mean? Because Steph gonna take them threes, and it's hard to say.
But they know how to work the threes. They don't overshoot them like Celtics did.
Yeah.
Celtics like threes, and then they shoot themselves out the game.
Right.
Kerr made Steph run off all types of screens and shoot. You're not just gonna come down and jack up threes and fuck up the whole chemistry of the whole shit and make us shoot ourselves out the game. That's the difference between the Warriors 3-point shooting and everybody else 3-point shooting.
Right.
Is because they working into a system. They don't just come down there and jack up threes.
Right.
And that's why they had a dynasty.
Right.
They won 4 chips because it's a system. They don't sit there and just jack threes up and shoot themselves, like I said, out of the game and shit like that. Just like Celtics did.
They wasn't like them, but Denver Nuggets lost. OKC moving on.
They played the Timberwolves, Western Conference Finals.
So Houston is out
and
there.
Edwards here.
Well, not Houston off.
The Warriors knocked them out in the first round.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
And then the Warriors got knocked out.
Yeah, by Minnesota.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Warriors, I think.
Who you got going to the finals?
Minnesota, AKC. Minnesota or OKC. Damn, because they both young. I think this is what I do think.
SGA, Shea about to get the MVP too.
Who?
SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander from OKC. He about to get the MVP.
I think he deserved that. But
Ant-Man ain't no joke. And Randall is doing a playoff Randall right now for the Timberwolves.
Yeah. I don't think the Knicks should.
It's going to be a good series.
I don't think they should.
No, it worked for both sides. Cat is doing his thing, so is Randall. They both in the they both in the conference finals on each side. That's the first time it both worked out for both sides.
That would be only fitting to see in New York and Minnesota.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy.
I think New York.
You think that's going to be it?
I can see that.
Nah,
I can see that.
It's going to be OKC and. I think in the end,
if the Knicks, I think the Knicks got a hell of a good chance. If they get a hell of a good chance to get a ring, if they can meet one of them. I know. I trust you. I think they got a hell of a good chance.
OKC is really good and they're young and they play defense.
Listen, I think the Knicks got a good chance
to win the chip.
Yeah, against one of them.
Oh my God, bro! Are you really hoping because you really want to ring after like 50 years?
Yeah, that too. But what I'm saying is like, yo, if they play with OKC, you got to play muscle ball. You got to play muscle. Nigga.
So you gotta like slow it down and toss the ball down to Cat, and hopefully he gets big
not Cat. You gotta get physical. You gotta turn into the
old
Oakland,
school,
the old school Knicks at that point.
You can't do that in today's game.
With Minnesota,
they gonna shoot up threes.
As long as you put that D on them, because they had a good D. Knicks had a good D. They always got a good D. And Knicks got a good defense.
The only reason I take Indiana because your boy Tibbs, your coach, runs niggas into the ground, bro.
He don't want to give nobody.
Them niggas be tired as hell. You seen Jalen Brunson messed his leg up last year.
Yeah, he don't want to.
That's what cost y'all the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
He don't want to find out like you know,
his backups can hang in there. They got good backups. Let them play for like the second or third quarter.
Right, but I guess when you at a point like this, you like, nah, I gotta ride my winning horses.
Till the wheels fall off, literally. David Brunson wheel fell off last year, bro.
Till the leg fall off. We gonna ride. I'm gonna ride my horses until the legs fall off.
Listen, y'all got to this year because my Sixers is coming next year. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
Sixers,
they coming next year, Paul.
Sixers is not going nowhere.
Don't hate, bro.
I'm not hating. I think however you say his name, I think
he's done. He cooked.
I ain't gonna say he's done. He's cooked. What I'm gonna say, he's
30. I think he's 31
he
now.
Go somewhere else. And I think he
wore out his welcome to Philly.
That too, but I think he need to be with a team that's not going to utilize. Like he got to cut down his playing time. For him to stay efficient, I think for him to stay efficient.
You got to give Maxey the
ball. Because when he in the game, he make a difference. Like
he do.
He's good. He's a good center. When he's in the game, he could be the top 2 center.
Yeah.
When he's in the game.
Yeah.
Well, it's like as game go on and the season go on.
His knees get worn and he get hurt.
It's 7 whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's a lot. You
on your knees.
You got to take it easy. And whoever.
And in today's game, you're not just sitting down in the paint waiting. You're moving everywhere.
Right.
People shooting threes all over the place. Yeah, so you all over the place.
So you got to be able to jump at them, like you know what I mean? Like block that type shit. But my Sixers ain't going nowhere.
You talking now because your Knicks is in the
only trading bait you got, I think, is Maxey. And if you give up Maxey, I just should let him go.
They said give up our third. We got the third pick. They said give up our third pick, Maxey, and something else, and get Giannis. Because Giannis is looking and shopping around.
Then what you gonna have? Giannis ain't gonna come because what you gonna have around him?
You got Embiid and Paul George. And then all the other young pieces.
Come on.
We got McCain. McCain is a good point guard.
Come on, man. Once you give away Maxey and you're giving away your third round pick,
third overall pick.
I would give away Embiid before I give away Maxey.
You can't. He's under contract, no trade clause for 2 years.
I don't think I'm stuck. I'm gonna tell you right now. It may look good for Milwaukee, but I don't think the Greek freak is going anywhere
but Philly.
No, he ain't going to Philly.
They said. And speaking of the draft, because we got a third pick.
Oh yeah.
They said #1 draft to the Mavs. Another option is they traded #1 pick and get Giannis. Go to the Mavs.
I think he'd be good because you got.
But Cooper Flag is that white ball is nice.
Who?
Cooper Flag. That's the white ball that's coming out.
What position he play?
He's a shooter for Duke. You hear the Cooper Flag?
Nah.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's gonna go. He's going number one.
They're trying to say that the league let Mavericks trade Luka Doncic to the Lakers because they needed the Lakers to get a little boost with LeBron, just in case when LeBron retired. And then they made it like, all right, you give the Lakers Luka, we're gonna make sure you get the number one pick.
Right.
Because they got a 1.8% chance of getting the number one pick.
Right.
Because they I don't think they just missed the playoffs or they made the play-in. And
so it was one of them ping pong ball things?
Kind of, but they're trying to say it's rigged because
to the finals.
We already.
I feel like it was a fluke.
Oh my God.
No, never mind. Ma, you just say you don't know these almost.
You already told us you don't know nothing about the NBA, and you already talking about.
But would never win. I put my money on it. $100 would. Anybody would accept the bet.
Don't take that $100 because you don't know where it's coming from. It might not be
marked money.
It might say made in Taiwan and all that shit.
What's it? Monopoly money.
Or made in North Korea. You know what I mean?
No, the Cooper Flag is the hands-on, but like everybody else, like, we don't know. Yes, they say he like the new Luka. He's like 6'9", and he can shoot.
What is it? A point guard? A guard?
I think he's a point guard, shooting guard, but he's like 6'9", and he.
Oh, he's a shooter.
He was getting the Olympic players ready.
What?
And they were like, "Yo, this ball for real!" Like he was giving us work, and before the Olympics, he was playing like how they warm up against college players.
Right.
And they was like, "Yo, this dude's giving us work." You heard the rumbles about him. I'm like, "What?" Yeah. They were like, "What?" So they started following him because he went to Duke, and he brought him to the I don't know. I think it's the Final Four.
Yeah.
As he only 18, just turned 18. Yeah.
He that bad? Where
from? He's like he can play right now in the league and get buckets. And the crazy part is Kyrie was with the Mavs right now. He tore his ACL, so Kyrie ain't gonna be around until January.
Right.
So this ball, whoever they draft is going right to the starting lineup.
Right.
And gonna have all that time to play without Kyrie and be like the second him and AD. It's gonna be him and AD, and then shooters around him.
Right.
And they were trying to say that the league did that on purpose because they traded Luka. Everybody's like, why would you trade Luka? That's the face of your team.
That was crazy.
And he took y'all to the finals the year before.
Yeah.
But Cooper Flag, they got the number one pick. Yeah. So I don't know. And we got the Sixers got the third overall pick.
What picks do the Knicks got?
I don't know. Y'all outside of like the top 15 or something like that. Y'all in Eastern Conference Finals, y'all got nothing to worry about. Yeah. Y'all got Cat, Jalen Brunson.
I think they're
Mikal Bridges.
I think they're gonna make a move and get one more piece. Though.
Y'all don't need no other piece.
No, we do. We need.
Y'all in the Eastern Conference Finals. What more piece do you need?
We gotta stay. We gotta stay on top. We gotta stay on.
What y'all needed was somebody was a post presence. Yeah. And y'all got that with Cat.
No, we need somebody else. We need I think we should definitely listen to offers about the ball. Robinson, who just came back to
Mitchell Robinson, he's a backup.
Yeah, but other teams want him. And
then what you gonna get?
I ain't gonna say about the other guy I want to get rid of, but y'all know who he is, and to try to get KD.
KD not coming to the Knicks.
Never know. Don't say that. Don't say that. Well, people, look, that's it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. SP Hustle Hard for tuning in. Yo, I appreciate everything. My boy let me know it's his time. He got to get back. Yes. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm very appreciative for everyone checking us out. SP Hustle Hard. And like I always say, a day above ground is a good day. Like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bless.
You stopped it?